Oh, I'm excited. I've been waiting for this all day. At first, it only felt like all day, and then it became all day because Rondo and Dynot refused to lose. So, this is really exciting here. We got Mon. I mean, this guy is the King Zerg of the foreigners. He got third place in WCG this year. He's won everything we've ever had. He's been invited to every event there is possible. Mondragon has done everything. If you don't know who he is, who are you? All right. So then we have Dreiven, the Polish Protoss. This guy, God, what a baller! He came to the Polish finals. No one even counted him as a possibility of winning, and he went right through and won. He came out of the loser bracket and beat Foskey in the finals. Foskey, a ZVP master. So, Dreiven has just shown strength and strength since. He won that Gosu Gamers tournament, that Christmas one with every top foreigner in it. He got second at DreamHack to Hey Pro. He is just an amazing PvZ player, and Mondragon, of course, the king of ZVP. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean the who are you cheering for here? Because I'll tell you, I'm cheering just for Dreiven because one, I want an upset, and two, I cheer for Team Liquid Attack participants. So I'm gonna take Dreiven. I don't think that's gonna happen, but that's what I want to happen.
I'm excited no matter who wins, but I'm gonna cheer for Mondragon just to take the opposite of you here. He's such an amazing player. If he doesn't make it, it's a travesty.
I mean, the one thing that Dreiven has for him is the first game is going to be on Wuthering Heights, which we have seen does favor Protoss. We'll see if Mondragon comes up with a build that other Zergs can emulate, or if just his mechanics and tactics are so strong that he can overcome the imbalance. I don't know. In my mind, I think Mondragon is a really strong player, plays a lot of experience-based builds, so I think he's probably going to have something special prepared for this. I don't know if it's going to be all in. I don't think that is Mondragon's style. I think we're going to see some sort of really tight build looking to take advantage of this. And of course, the winner is going to play against Brat OK, and that is a Terran player, so anyone making it through, in my mind, is fine because we're not going to have a mirror matchup. The dreaded TVT will have a ZVT and a PVT, so really it's anyone's game.
Yeah, that is exciting to see the winner play Brat. He played pretty well against Hey Pro. He rushed that first game, but he really showed very good skill in Zodiac. So I think we're ready to go, and let's hit it.
It's showtime.
Alright, and here we go. Final match of the round of 16, and probably the most exciting match as well. We have Mondragon, bottom left Zerg. We have Dreiven, top left Protoss, and I'm getting giggly just talking about it. These guys are so good, masters of this matchup, and I mean, this is going to be one of the highest level games that we have seen thus far.
Yeah, I got to agree. And again, close positions, so I really think that's going to favor Protoss in these positions. That means his Dark Templar, his Corsairs are going to come out faster, his +1 rush will come out faster. Zerg on this map wants to be far away. They want more time before that tech gets out. And it's going to be interesting to see if we see a 9 pull to stop that pylon wall, or if Mondragon has another way to deal with it, possibly 12 hatch. Probe coming out, it's going to scout the wrong way.
Now we see Mondragon is scouting the right way, already showing his ZVP skill. It's a very good move there, and Dreiven, You know, as you said, scouting the wrong way. So he's going to have to get that forge first, and maybe even a cannon up before he even sees Mondragon. So it looks like Mondragon may... What is he doing? Is he going to do the Overlord pool? And he is. It looks like a popular build. I'm not too sure why, but okay. There we go. Mondragon playing it safe. I guess that he feels pretty good, so let's see what he has in store for us here.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see if he follows up with a geyser, and oh dear God, he did. For anyone who downloaded that Mondragon replay pack, he went 44-1 Zerg vs Protoss with this build on Bluestorm. And for anyone who knows me personally, I was trying to study Zerg vs Protoss, and when he did this build time and time again, it made me want to kill myself. All he does is make 12 Zerglings, get Zergling speed, and run them by the inevitable cannons of the Protoss Fast expansion. We're going to have to see if Dreiven's come up with a way to stop this Zergling run by. Because if he hasn't, he's going to succumb to it. Those Zerglings are going to run right by his cannons, right into his main, carve up his probes, and that's going to be it. So I really hope he's come up with something special to defend against us.
This is really exciting now that you've told me what he's doing. I can't believe 44-1. That is just absolutely wild. Look at this. He's taking his drones off gas right away. He gets exactly the right amount. He's patching Zerglings. Looks like he's only got 6 so far. He's making a drone with another larva. So, I mean, possibly we won't see that build. But, you know what? I kind of hope we do. It would be kind of fun to see Mondragon do a little sort of all-in-y build, you know. And if he's doing an all-in build, then I guess that says something about the map balance in this matchup, considering he's the master of it. But no, look at this. He is expanding. He's making more drones. So it looks like it's going to be a more standard 9-pool speed.
Yeah, and I think what he's going to do is look to control scouting, and that really hurts the Protoss player. If you can't get a probe out and all you've seen is 6 speed Zerglings, I mean, what is Zerg doing? Is he going 2-hatch Hydra all-in? Is he going 2-hatch Muta? Is he going, 4 base Hydra Lurker? Who knows? So we might see a few extra cannons from Dreiven. We can see his probes are out now, just blocking the probes, or blocking the small cracks in between his buildings to prevent a Zergling run by. But unfortunately, we can see Mondragon has no intentions of doing that run by. He's just looking to deny scouting. He's taking the bottom left, so bottom right, excuse me, setting up for 3 base. And we're gonna have to see how he follows up. He's mining gas again. Is he going layer? Who knows?
Directions and times, hardest thing for Chill here, but that's okay. Now he's gonna have 3 gas. Are we gonna see some wild Gosia action where he goes Mutaling Hydra? What do you think about that?
I really don't know. I want to guess that he's gonna open Muta, just because I think that Dreiven, by seeing a denial of scouting, is going to smell some sort of Hydralisk all in or some sort of Zergling run by, and kind of a 9 Muta build that we kind of see against Terran would work really nicely against Protoss in this situation.
And you know what? That is the level of thinking that is going on here, and Chill is absolutely right. I mean, Mondragon and Dreiven are both so smart, and when you do something this deep in strategy, it's like it's a double fake. He's making him think the Hydra, so he's going to go the Mutas, and that only works against really good players. So it's really awesome to see that right now. And if Mondragon chooses to go for Spire, which I think he is, he's getting his 2nd gas at his natural right now. His layer is almost done. There's no Hydra Den yet, and Dreiven is upgrading the +1 attack. So. And he's getting a sail, so it looks like he may be going for, that speed lot rush that we were talking about earlier. So if he does that, this may be an extremely strong opening for Mondragon against it.
Yeah, it's going to be really unfortunate if he goes for that. Normally your +1 timing is going to be good enough, quick enough that it comes out before Spire, but that only works if you go for some sort of 4 hatchery Spire. You can see Mondragon went 3 hatcheries and then Spire, so his Spire is going to be done in time. Dreiven is just kind of, putting up a feint of pressure here. He has no intention of doing anything with these 2 Zealots, just looking to move out and get that probe scouting. Looks like he figures that there is an expansion at bottom right. He's sending a probe over there at this point, going to try to find out what Mondragon is up to, and I wouldn't be surprised to even see him try to sacrifice these Zealots to figure out what's up.
You know what? I'm getting a little bit nervous here for Dreiven. He has the Citadel with legs going. He is adding a couple more gateways, just making one cannon in his main minerals right now. But Mondragon's Spire is almost done, and he's not going to have any idea about it. So Mondragon may just end this game really quick with just, you know, just catching Dreiven off guard with these mutas. You know, if he doesn't get more than this one cannon, I see no Stargate, I see no Templar Archives. There's just nothing Dreiven is going to be able to do against it.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate for Dreiven that he picked the +1 rush. Had he gone Bisu build, he would have known exactly what was coming. He would be throwing up about 4 cannons at each base, and he would be safe until Templar and Archives were out. This is why we see pro gamers go Bisu, because they don't want to fall into this trap where they don't know what their opponent is up to. I mean, Dreiven does have a timing here. He can move out with +1, maybe tear down a base, maybe delay the mutas, force them to come defend it bottom right long enough that he can throw up a bunch of cannons.
Alright, it looks like we have about 8 mutas hatched for Mondragon here. No cannons at the natural minerals of Dreiven. His Temple Archives has just finished. He is warping one more cannon in the main, but it looks like Mondragon's Muse could do a ton of damage here. If he gets over there before the cannons warped in, he could take them both out quite easily. Right now, a couple Templars making, so if Mondragon can pick those off, it will be a big deal. But look at this, Mondragon turning around to stop these Speed Zealots at his third base here. That could be a big mistake. He may have been able to do a lot of damage if he had sacrificed that. But Mondragon knows best, so here he goes to try to defend this base. If he loses the hatchery, then it will have been a big mistake here, because he is morphing on Archon right now at home, Dreiven is. And will he save it? Oh, he barely saves it. Mondragon knows his stuff. That is very close. It was way in the deep red, 155 hit points left. Mondragon knows every little timing of this matchup. I just got chills. That was really beautiful. Really beautiful save.
It really looks to me like Mondragon is cheating somehow, because you'll see how much time he sacrificed getting that Spire so quickly. And look at his drones. He's got a reasonable saturation on all his bases. He's got +1 attack in the Spire. He's got a Hydralisk Den. Like, how does he get all this stuff? I don't know. And here he goes. He's got his Mutalisk out. He's picking off stray units, and this is really something Zergs need to do. He splits them out going for the Archon. This is such a high level move. The Archon is struggling, trying to get repositioned. I am lagging because I am crying, and those tears are apparently affecting my connection. He takes down the first Archon. Second Archon trying to flee back to cannons, trying to get some sort of position. 2 Archons taken out. Oh, the second one lives with 14 HP. And basically no damage done to the Mutalisk. Meanwhile, these few Zealots are looking to move in, trying to tear down what's remaining on the hatchery.
Here? It's like he's
there's not much HP,
playing
but
ZBT
there's tons of
Dreiven, and it's working
They're gonna
beautifully.
defend that fairly
Look
easily.
at all these mutas. He is that spread against that Archon. That was so big, and the other one he almost killed. But now Dreiven's smart move is Shield Battery to recharge that Archon. He knows he's going to need it. There's a lot of mutas out there, and he's going to have to get cost efficient to catch back up to Mondragon here.
Yeah, wow. So we've got Mutaling out for Mondragon, and now Hydralisks with the Lurker upgrade coming. He's moving those few Hydralisks up to 9 o'clock. I had to double check that 5 times before I said it in my mind. They're morphing into Lurkers now in the 9 o'clock second natural, that double gas expansion. And let's see if Dreiven has the appropriate counter. I don't see a robotics making yet. Tell me if I'm wrong.
You are not wrong. There is no robotics, and Mondragon just staying one step ahead of Dreiven right now, which is really pretty damn hard to do. He is so good. But it looks like his Lurkers are going to be perfectly timed, Dreiven with no detection, and Mondragon is just getting into an awesome position here. Look at this. Down at the bottom right, Dreiven was trying to warp in a cannon and a gateway to harass that natural. I'm not sure what he was going to get there. But the Overlord did see it, and Mondragon cleans it right out and decides to take that bottom right main while he's at it. It's like he's punishing Dreiven for trying to sneak it. And Dreiven now countering with a lot of speed zealots, but the lurkers are there, and he has to pull back. Dreiven cannot be feeling too good about his position right now. Look at the spread of those mutas. You don't see that much nowadays. I mean, normally you see them all clumped up, but he is spreading them. He does not want them stormed. He does not want Archon Splash killing them. And Mondragon just with some brilliant play here. Oh, look at this! Slow Overlord drop? I think so. Up at Dreiven's natural. The Overlord's coming over. No. Oh, I got too excited. He is not doing any sort of slow cheesiness. He is just moving the Overlord down. I feel stupid. Take a chill.
The mutas went into the main. They got Storm taking out a cannon. They bunched up. That Storm killed so many mutas. And there was a drop at the main. So Artosis, you can feel only half stupid, I guess. They're targeting the observatory. Wow. Probes getting cut up here. They're desperately trying to put up a cannon, but Mutalist Lurker taking that out. This is such a strange build from Mondragon. I'm flabbergasted here. I don't even know what to say. The observatory finishes. Observers are going to be coming out. Wow, Storm on the Muta and the Lurker. They are going to basically just have free reign, cutting down the observatory, the Citadel, until an observer gets out.
Well, in all my amazing wisdom, calling that slow lurker drop, which really has affected Dreiven here. He lost several probes up top, and it's slowing down his gas by quite a bit, but meanwhile he is taking a double gas expand. And let's look over at the natural here. Looks like we're doing a drop. No, it didn't work. The Zealots were there in time. No go, Mondragon. Sorry about that one. But Mondragon, I mean, he is all over the place. He is playing very well here. And we see Dreiven going down with Archon's speed lot again towards the bottom right. There's still lurkers there, though. I do not see any observers in sight, so it doesn't look like he's going to be able to bust up those Sunkens. But, oh, look at this. He's loading up that shuttle. It looks like he's going to just drop it in the main to kill it. Very nice move when you have no observers. Go kill that main. And Mondragon, will he lose it? I'm not sure. Oh, look at this. The Speedlings come right in, and he has to pick them right back up again. Now, it's probably important to note the upgrades at this time. Mondragon is +1 mute attack, no other upgrades. Meanwhile, Dreiven, he has +2 attack and +1 armor. So Dreiven, definitely, that is going to pay off for him big time if the game keeps going.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but unfortunately, we saw in Rondo against DNOT. DNOT started with no upgrades, and Rondo actually got up to +2, and he scraped back at both of them finishing with full upgrades. So we can see Mondragon playing a similar style. He's got 3 evolution chambers now, researching all 3 upgrades. He's trying to counter with a few Zerglings to that the double gas in the center, and he's going to tear down a few cannons, but that's going to be ineffective. Mondragon, of course the best foreign Zerg in the world, knows it, and flees the few remaining Zerglings. A lesser player would have lost all those Zerglings for nothing, trying to tear down that expansion.
Now we see Mondragon, he's making the Queen's Nest, he's about to go to Hive, he's got 2 of his 3 Evos going, so he wants to catch up in the upgrade department as well, but Dreiven right now, despite Mondragon's brilliant play in the early game, he is transitioning into a very nice mid-game. Look at this army going in the middle of the map. He's got about, what is this, 14 Zealots, a group of Dragoons, a couple Archons, and a couple Templars. That is a very hard army to kill. And in the meantime, he is getting his second gas at that 2 gas base, so he's going to have just a ton of gas, which is going to help him out so much. He's going to be able to get a lot of Archons and or High Templars, and you know that is when Zerg starts to really cry. But it is still a very close game. We see that a little bit of DNOT over here in Mondragon in the bottom right, making a ton of sunken colonies, a lot of lurkers going burrowed there, so he just totally does not want to lose that. He's absolutely securing both of his bases. Really no way Dreiven can attack him right now.
Yeah, as we see, I think Dreiven is playing brilliantly because he realizes both naturals are just sunkened up. He can't do anything with his army, so he needs to expand again. That's why he's looking to take 12 o'clock, which really is a smart move. A couple lurkers coming in at 9 o'clock, second natural, just trying to bug those probes, working on the probes, working on the assimilator. Cannons don't have vision, so that's why that cannon is not firing despite being in range. Wow, a ton of probes get skewered there. Apparently it was only 3, but it looked like more to me. So apparently I'm seeing things, hallucinating at this stage in casting. Dreiven's army coming in. forcing those few lurkers back. But Mondragon is playing very cost effectively. We can see he has gotten up to Hive at this point. He is getting the adrenaline upgrades, and once those Zerglings get that, they are called cracklings because they are Zerglings on crack, and that is a scary sight for any player.
It is. Those things tear down buildings so fast that, you know, the length of the map will start working in Mondragon's favor. He's going to be able to start taking out further away expansions of Dreiven without Dreiven having any say, because those Zerglings just tear down buildings. Now we see Dreiven taking 12 o'clock, the mineral-only base. It's only got 6 patches, but that's okay. He's putting up plenty of cannons. He doesn't want for Mondragon to go up there and harass his probes like he has been at this double gas. And Dreiven, just with this death blob in the center of the map, it's really looking quite fearsome. He's got very nice upgrades, but Mondragon catching up finally. He's got 1 ranged attack and 1 armor. With he's got all 3 evos going still, and the Ultra's cavern going up, getting the speed. So he is trying to go into the late game. A lot of Hive Tech coming out, but Dreiven is getting really big and really scary. Mondragon may have 4 gas and 4 base, but Dreiven says, sup, I have 4 gas and I have 4 base. So this is not looking good for Mondragon right now, really. He's gonna have to make something happen as soon as his tech finishes from the Hive.
Yeah, exactly. Something just to note about the map is this double gas in 9 o'clock second natural. Of course, it is effective because you get twice the rate of gas, but there is only 1,500 in each geyser, and of course there is normally 5,000 in a normal geyser, so that gas runs out very quickly. So we should see Dreiven's army get very gas heavy quickly, but then once it runs out, it'll transition back into kind of a zealot heavy gas starved state if he doesn't secure some other gas at that point.
And we see Dreiven's probe in the top right trying to get over there to cannon it up, take another expansion. That would be huge if he could do it. But Mondragon's on top of things. He had a Zergling up there. It scouted it right away and stopped that probe in its tracks. It's a very important thing for Mondragon to do. He cannot let Dreiven take the top right, because if he does, Dreiven is just going to become so dirty. Oh, it just will be almost unstoppable. You know, it's really amazing right now. Mondragon catching right up in supply. He's up at 180. Dreiven sitting there maxed out. So it's a very close game. It's hard to tell who's winning.
Yeah, this style is so crazy where you just camp on 4 gas for so long. You have a map control looking to take it back later. I mean, with this style, Dreiven can basically look to secure the map as well he wants, but when those defilers get out with Ultralisk, once drop is done, plague is done, will it be enough? I don't know. We can see at top right's natural, the Nexus is up. 2 lurkers are apparently overseeing the construction. They're not burrowing, they're not attacking. Oh, there they go. And they're going to shut that down if Dreiven doesn't move in to defend that.
And he just cancels it instead of trying to save it. Maybe the good choice. You can see that those Zerglings and Hydras would take that down quite quickly, but he does hide the probe. I'm sure he wants to take that back right away as soon as he clears this. Now Dreiven, he's just going into macro mode here. I mean, he should really be adding a few gateways. His money is starting to stockpile. He is sitting there max, so there's really not too much for him to spend on aside from expansions. So meanwhile, Mondragon, I'm sure we're going to see a move from him pretty quickly here. He's almost hit his max. He's got a lot of ultras coming out. I think he's waiting for a few upgrades. He's already got the speed. Not getting the ultra armor yet. A little bit weird, but okay. Meanwhile, he's adding Niduses at the various bases. He wants to be able to defend. You know, even though he has all these Sunkens, a maxed Protoss can still plow through there if he needs.
So we can see Mondragon makes his first step out of his kind of turtley cocoon. He tries to take 6 o'clock. Meanwhile, Dreiven securing top right and trying to take that. I would have thought it would have been better for him to just focus on taking the main, put a pylon, jamming that choke shot, and just cannon the hell out of it. But it looks like he knows better than I am. I know he is looking to take both the natural and the main. And he's got 2 robotics building Reavers now at 12 o'clock. Of course, Reavers, one of the few Protoss units that deal full damage under Swarm. Zealots do as well, but they are basically useless against the 5 armor of Ultralisk when they're fully upgraded.
And Mondragon, he has like the scariest army I've ever seen as a Terran player. Look at this. Right down at 6 o'clock, he has more Ultras than I've ever seen, a lot of Cracklings, and like 3 or 4 defilers, and he just consumed a bunch, so I'm sure he's full of mana. And look at this, we're getting ready for Clash. And during the Clash, Mondragon setting up hatcheries at 2 double gases. Very smart move. Those are going to be able to hatch right into existence while this this battle takes place that we're probably going to see. But look at this, Dreiven moving down towards Mondragon's main. A gigantic army. That is a scary, scary army. Killing that will take quite a bit. But Mondragon, is he going to go counter? Does he know that army's there? I'm not too sure. Looks like he may hit the top right. But if he does, can Dreiven snap his main? I don't know. And Mondragon now sees units. Oh, he did not see him before, so he is bringing his units back down. He is not going to let this happen. And looks like Dreiven just kind of sweeping across. I think he's looking for the units to try to kill Mondragon's army. And some Dark Swarms going up. Looks like here we go with the battle. A lot of Dark Swarms. There are several Dragoons in Dreiven's army, so he's going to want to pull back from there. Now, a lot of Storms going off all over the Ultras, damaging them, damaging them. A lot of Zerglings falling down. And the Archons going up into the fight, but a lot of fighting going on under the Dark Storm. Doesn't matter. Protoss army is just so deadly that Mondragon pulls back, lures him into the Darkstorm a little bit more, and then goes back in. Very nice play there. Now Mondragon flanking with Lurkers, but will these Lurkers do anything? There's a lot of Dragoons and Archons, and they kill a lot of them. Not too much damage done there. And Mondragon losing a huge, huge army. Dreiven is still looking so strong. He's still got like 7 Archons there, a group of goons. Very good upgrades. He's got +3 attack, +2 armor, and 1 to that shield thingy. Now Mondragon, he's going to have to get scrappy here. He does not have a lot of units. He's rallying out, trying to stop this. He's going to lose that 6 o'clock hatch. And things are starting to look very good for Dreiven.
Wow, Dreiven looking incredible. He shuts down that 6 o'clock. If he can scout these 2 double gases, Mondragon is going to be in trouble. And I mean, when's the last time you said Mondragon in trouble? Mondragon, meanwhile, apparently killed the double gas at 9-second natural. I missed that. But the gases are both depleted, so Dreiven probably not going to miss that too much. Those depleted geysers only giving you 2 gas as opposed to 8 with every trip. And Mondragon can't afford to be losing. Oh, never mind. There's a huge group of Ultras. Where did these come from? Swarm going off, Storms coming off. Dreiven doing a good job trying to get out of those swarms to reposition to let his Dragoons and Archons do full damage. Now he's in full retreat. No more Storms left. His Archons trying to deal damage as running away. He's doing a good job of dealing damage and getting as many units out there as he can, getting the Archons in front, dealing the full splash, letting the Dragoons do damage from behind, using the Archons as meat shields. And he is in a full retreat trying to get back to these Reavers at this point.
What in the hell? How did he get that many Ultras? I don't know. Out of nowhere, he had no units, and then he just, out of nowhere, Ultras just clear out his side of the map. Dreiven has to run away, but during all of this, Dreiven has taken the top right and the top right natural. Very well defended. DT's popping out everywhere. Reavers here and there. It's still looking quite good for Dreiven, but Mondragon, he's took a couple of double gas expansions. If he gets them going, then he definitely is still going to be in this game.
Yeah, if Mondragon has a sudden influx of 4 geysers, I mean, you don't want to be fighting that as Protoss. And the only way you can deal with that is possibly Reavers, possibly Dark Templar. I saw some shuttles joining the Protoss army. Meanwhile, Mondragon looking to counter top right. There's Dark Templar there. There is a ton of Demons and Reavers. I don't know if he'll be able to get it done. Meanwhile, the double gas at 9 o'clock is getting shut down pretty easily. Nothing there. So Dreiven kills that without opposition. Swarm going up against all those cannons. Reavers still deal full damage under that swarm, and the Ultralisk can't get in against the cannons due to the walling of the gateways, but it looks like he will eventually break in. The Dark Templar is still dealing damage. They get taken out, and looks like Dreiven decides to come back to defend that. Possibly a smart move, as that is going to be his only mining geyser. If top right, both of the bases get shut down. I don't know if he can come back to defend it fast enough. Those are speed shuttles coming back. Reaver's going to be dropped out. There are 3 Reavers out looking to take out the Ultralisk, and they are doing a good job of cleaning up 4 Reavers now, and cannons in the main help defend against a run-by, and Dreiven defends, not losing anything. Wow.
Yeah, Dreiven really holding on to that. I mean, Mondragon's playing brilliantly positionally. I mean, Dreiven goes to one side of the map, Mondragon attacks the other. He knows that he can't kill this Dreiven army. He's got to whittle him down, just like we saw Rondo versus Dynot before. And but these Reavers, the speed shell is just too quick. Mondragon can't take down that expansion, and Mondragon has to be a little bit worried about his position here. His main has dried up, his natural has dried up. He is mining from the mineral only at 6. He is mining from bottom right, and bottom right natural, it's going to be mined out pretty quickly. He does have that double gas, but I mean, Dreiven, he is looking very strong right now. He's got 3 full bases mining. His army is just doom incarnate for Zerg. I mean, he's got DTs, he's got Dragoons, he's got Zealots, High Templar, Red Archon, so many Archons, God, so many Archons, and 4 Reavers. that is so deadly. I don't know how Zerg is supposed to kill that army. That is just wild. And here he comes, right down the map, killing a few lurkers that Mondragon had all over the place. Mondragon throwing some plagues all over. And oh, a nice Maelstrom right there. Looks like he's going to whittle down Mondragon's army here. And Mondragon just trying to get all his units together. He's going to have to do some amazing flanks and whatnot. More plagues going off. The Reaver's all plagued. Plague being very good against Reaver. Takes him way down in health. And here we go, another battle. The Darkstorm's going up in the wrong location. Mondragon cannot get under it. And oh, Storm's just ripping apart Mondragon's army. Archon's cleaning it up. But here comes some more reinforcements. This is a wild, wild battle. This is a game turner right here. And under the Swarm Mondragon goes, but there are just too many Reavers. These Reavers are just excellent under Psystorm. I mean, Psystorm, God, Swarm. Anyways, wow.
Wow is right. It looks like Dreiven is gonna take this game. I mean, it's not. We're not gonna call it yet, but it looks like he definitely has the advantage. Loading up the Reavers into the shuttle and dropping them behind. That is a very hard move to do while trying to focus on everything else, and that is really gonna pay off. Those Reavers cutting up everything, and wow, that expansion gets taken out. Mondragon is just flooding in with basically a Sauron-esque Ultralisk Zergling Hydralisk army. And these eggs getting taken out, they're drones. And Mondragon looking very poor. 50 minerals, 50 gas, essentially. Dreiven is as rich as can be, 1,700, 1,200, and has a supply advantage at this point. A Reaver drop coming at bottom right. Those drones are all grouped up. They're targeting the Scarabs, looking like they're glitched. Are they going to hit? Oh, they do hit! Tons of kills. Wow, and now they drop up at the natural. All the drones there forced to flee. This shuttle is basically working Mondragon. It gets scourged, and so that basically puts an end to that. But Mondragon has very few mining bases at this point compared to Dreiven.
Yeah, you know, Dreiven, excellent position right now. Mondragon himself couldn't get out of this, and wait, this is Mondragon, and no, he's not going to get out of this. Dreiven is going to take this first game, but it was extremely well played. Look at this. Mondragon still has ultras. I'm not sure quite how, but his supply is just, it has dwindled. His economy is just crushed, and Dreiven is just going to go for the killing blow pretty quickly here. We see that he has switched over to a lot of Zealots. He still has a good amount of Archons though, and several DTs mixed in. Still has 2 Reaves in his army, so this is a deadly army. Dreiven has just maxed out once again. So Mondragon is not long for this world. He's going to have to come back and win 2-0 from here. Very hard against a player of Dreiven's caliber.
Yeah, I mean, in retrospect, do we give credit to the map, or do we credit the players? I'm not sure. I mean, if I had to pick a turning point, a TSL turning point, if you will, it would be when, excuse me, there's a huge battle going on. Swarm going on, Reavers getting dropped, Maelstrom going off, Psystorm going off, Dark Swarm again down, Ultralisk in. Pretty much everything you could ever believe exists in the Protoss vs Zerg matchup is in this one battle. Dreiven comes out rolling handily. He's going to roll onto the 6 o'clock base. He's going to roll onto game 2, up 1-0. And again, as I was saying beforehand, the turning point was when Mondragon had 8 Mutalisks out, and Dreiven put a little pressure on with Zealots, and Mondragon was forced to retreat with those Mutalisks. I'm sure if he got a look inside Dreiven's base, he would not have done that. But Mondragon forced to leave. Dreiven up 1-0. Oh my god.
Oh my god, that was such a good game. That was excellent play by both players, both showing why they are so loved by the community. Just amazing game.